is up, guys? Welcome to Wednesday, Wacky Wednesday, Wicked Wednesday. The market's back and we are bullish. I hope you guys are having a great night. Hopefully your bags are packed and ready to go. We got about 10 days. We got about 10 days left, right? Do we? We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be making, the Fed's going to be making a decision. We're not making any decision. We're sitting there on the wall. You should decide what you need right now. That's the decision you should be making. But yeah, here we go. Here we go again, guys, into the crypto chaos of today. No, my eyes have died. No, I am no longer laser eyes. What? No, can't have this. We can't have this. I guess we're gonna go. All right, going through the paces, guys. I'm still bullish. Don't worry. Don't you worry. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's get Godzilla and the folk out of here. Yeah, Bitcoin misses the mark in Trump versus Harry debate. Guys, last night we had a lot of fun. It was a good time. I was eating out of my favorite popcorn bucket from the best year we know and love. You know what year, guy. I can't say the word. We can't say the word on here. We get banned. Oh, we don't want to get banned. Oh, we get banned, burning bennies. I get censored all the time. But anyway, we don't care here. We're trying to just find you guys. There's a whole bunch of news, guys. We got to go over more Bitcoin countries, more Bitcoin's adoption in different countries. We got Michael Saylor. There's a whole bunch of stuff I got lined up for tonight. But yeah, Bitcoin heat map right now. Bitcoin kind of sitting back where we started the debate at, right? Let's kind of review the chart real quick. This is where we thought we were going to head if Trump won. if he won the debate, we were going to kind of go to the moon. And break down underneath 60,000, right around those range. But he didn't win. So I was predicting at least a touch back up to about 68, 69. We didn't even get that after the CPI came in. It's just kind of going flat. Actually returned right back to where it was before the debate, which is interesting, which is fine. We're still waiting on an actual Fed rate decision, which is what we're going to probably move this back down to at the end of the night. We'll look over that as well. But, yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting to see how the debate went out. I mean, I don't need to bore you guys with the details. I'm sure you've seen it. We also have a couple of little recaps of news today as well. Just kind of the general sentiment, how everyone feels in crypto. It doesn't seem like anyone seems to care since we're back right back to where we were after the debate and before the debate. Anyway. So yeah, heat map kind of showing us a little oversold into the evening. Japan opening up, or actually just opening up right now. It's about 10 a.m. right now in Japan. Yeah, so it's looking pretty bullish right now. Jasmine was holding 2 cents. Of course, looking at Jasmine, the Bitcoin of Japan, right? The Bitcoin of Japan, my favorite project out of Japan right now. Yeah, so it looks like we're just kind of fighting through the bears. We'll see if this holds off. Our next range of target to look at would be 57.5 to break through and then out of these until the higher levels, which would be the next sentimental, psychological number, which would be probably 58K, that range, somewhere in there. We're going to dive into that in a bit. Well, of course, looking at how many dollars in the United States are we sitting at today in national debt? How many did we print? Actually, really not that much from yesterday. They've been kind of being on the good behavior since Monday. We haven't seen much printing. Over the weekend, though, we did see about, what was it, like 50 or 60 billion dollars printed over the last weekend. That was crazy, but it looks like it's still holding on around 365 over the $35 trillion target we hit back in August. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised we would be sitting at $500 billion by the end of this month. So 35.5 is what we're looking at by the end of September. But I wouldn't be surprised if we were higher either. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, moving on. Fear and greed index for the stock market. Still sitting at a 43 in fear. Yep, still sitting at 43. Just barely getting back into neutral for the stock market. I mean, they know we're going to get a Fed rate cut next week. If we don't, the banks are going to have a little bit of a problem. We're going to see another bank collapse this year. That'd be great. During an election year, I don't think they'll let that happen. Fear and greed on crypto is now going back into fear for some reason. Why? Who's fearful right now? Who's not just like all giddy? Who doesn't care whether Kamala or Trump really wins? Although it's a little better if Trump wins for our space. But I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Why? Because I covered this last night in my reaction to Kamala. I was like, oh, so we're just going to print more money. Okay, that's great for Bitcoin. I don't care. Whatever. Just do whatever you guys want in your presidential promises. But yeah, it looks like we're still seeing fear for Bitcoin and crypto. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm not feared. I'm be buying when it falls too, more and more for me and everyone else in our space. Rejoice! Where's the fire sale? Well, hopefully, I don't even know if we're going to be in the fire sale. We're going to find out here soon in a bit. Dollar still sitting at a slump 101, flatlining on the year. Nothing really new to see here, guys. All right, dollar is donezo. It's dead. It's dead, sir. I need a dead parrot. I need a dead parrot. Anyway, crypto bubbles on the day. It's okay. It's kind of mixed. But Bitcoin, of course, holding up the rest of the market right now. Coming down on the evening hours and to kind of consolidate. It's going to open up pretty green on tomorrow morning. We'll see if it sells off tonight, though. But yeah, it looks like everything kind of coming up in the hour as Japanese, of course, just the Japanese market's just opened. Pretty bullish. I don't really have any honorable mentions tonight. Things just kind of recovering. This is incredible, though, guys. This is, again, my favorite indicator. My favorite. How many biddies are left for 8 billion people to purchase at the current day, the current hour? Not many. We just keep dipping lower and lower into the bucket. Look at this. Look at where we're at. Again, another low. 2.35 million that's left for everyone to buy. Guys, do not fade this. I think we were just a slightly lower yesterday at 2.34. So there was probably a little bit of a influx in outflows and inflows. But this is huge. Look at the giant crater. We are missing off the exchanges. We still produce 450 a day. That's hardly anything to go around for everyone. All right, moving on. This is huge, guys. I freak out every day I see this. These giant, just scraping the bottom of that bucket. and soon there won't be any left. 2.4 is nothing, man. Nothing, guys. All right, Bitcoin treasuries. We're going to just kind of skip over this and go right into Apollo and the holdings here. And BlackRock still sitting at 357 Bitcoin. Just, again, holding on to their accumulations. Nothing really see here. It's been kind of a lackluster week for ETFs. Everything's just kind of holding still until we get, again, less than 10 days, guys, the Fed rate decision on rate cuts. That's what everyone's waiting for. All the smart money, all the institutions, everyone's waiting for this moment. All right, moving on. Crypto, of course, top 10 crypto assets in our space. Numbers holding on number 10 right now is still Tron from yesterday. Toncoin on number 9. This is insane. It popped right back up. And Cardano and Avalanche, nothing new to see there. Honorable mention, of course, goes out to Jasmine, our favorite coin here, our favorite altcoin anyway. Man, look at that. Popping back up to 61 from 64 yesterday. Again, the highest it's been in our charts in terms of market cap has been 54 on the year, I believe, maybe 52. It's been a while. This is back in February, March, that era. It was incredible. We went from like 100 and something to 50. It was insane. Anyway, moving on. Top 10, of course, in our entire world asset class, right? Bitcoin, number 10, still. Nothing new to see here. Still amazing. And again, inching away closer and closer, or farther away, I guess you would say, inching away from that $1 trillion mark, Berkshire Hathaway. Yeah, Warren Buffett's baby. It's going bye-bye. All right. And then, of course, our other favorite. Are we still? Yes, guys, we are still at a Bitcoin fire sale. What are you doing with your life if you're not buying crypto right now? What, are you stupid? What are you doing? Are you buying Bitcoin? Are you buying crypto? I don't care what it is, but buying something, man, because we're going to burn another Benny on the stream for the Bitcoin fire sale. Here it goes. There it goes. Bye-bye, Benny. You know, I'm surprised I don't have any burns yet. And there it goes. Into the studio. And there's ashes everywhere. Every time I make a mess, man, my house just smells like dirty money. But yeah, there you go. Bye-bye, Benny. Bye-bye. Another one gone. I think that's the 8th one we burnt. Yeah, we're probably gonna make a record. 8 in a row. Well, it hasn't been. It's been up and down from the fire sale, but I'm making a collage of burnt bennies. It's a good time. It's a good time. Of course, that's with our favorite trusty Bitcoin pizza lighter. All right. We're not gonna be able to burn any bennies after we go to the moon, guys. This is it. We probably got maybe at most 5 or 10 more bennies. Oh God, that's a lot of bennies. I mean, I got a few left. Just a few left. I think I have enough. If not, there's a bank down the street. Anyway. Alrighty, we're gonna go to the money store. Alright, Trump meme coins tumble after presidential debate. The meme coins, guys. Bitcoin's still holding the same level it was right before the debate, after the debate, during the debate, and kept back down into and then recovered to the same spot we are today. That's where we're at. But the Trump meme coins, like Pac-Man, are going. They're going, man. Because he did not do very well yesterday. Although we do have another planned election on the horizon, as Kamala has already came out. Her campaign manager is already trying to get another debate set up with Trump. So hopefully we get that, because I really want to see some actual key, policies, like something that actually matters to the everyday person, not just we're going to print a whole bunch of money and there goes our dollar. But that's okay. You're going to help you buy a house if you don't have one. And we're going to, I don't know, like, if you want to open a small business, we're going to give you $50,000 off your taxes. There's probably a certain amount of years you're going to claim that for into their policy. I don't know. I didn't dig deep into that. But still, there's really nothing new. We need to know what they are planning on doing to stop the inflation. If they even plan on paying off any of our debt. And, of course, the crypto policies, we are not going to get that during a debate ever, guys. You're not going to say that on the center stage. Come on. Smart money won't let them do that because it's going to pump the price to oblivion. They want to get as much as they can in these lower levels like we do as well. Anyway, moving on. Bitcoin amidst the market Trump versus debate. Price rises above 57K amid missed agendas. Again, it doesn't matter. They didn't reference crypto at all. It's still sitting at where it's sitting at because of it. It doesn't matter. It's a known issue, and like I said, it doesn't matter if Kamala wins or not. They're going to print money. It's going to help us. Trump's got a Bitcoin policy. Our country in general is leaning more bipartisan with crypto. It's not going to matter in the long run, but it would stunt our growth for a little bit at the beginning of next year, in my opinion. Anyway, Trump and Harris neck and neck after heated debate on Polymarket. That's, of course, Polymarket. Let's just give our Polymarket update for the day. Not that it matters. But, again, crypto reference for those who don't know. Polymarket is run on the Polygon blockchain. Yes. Guys, these normies don't even know what they're using, man. I'm telling you, this is how we're going to adopt crypto into everyday use. They're not going to know they're using it. They're just going to be, normies doing their thing with the money that they have, or they think they have, or they don't know. They just don't know. They don't get it. But they will hopefully wake up to it before it's too late. Right, we tried to push everyone to crypto before it's too late. All right, Polymarket, of course. 2024 presidential election. Look at that, neck and neck again. This is kind of where we were before the debate, too. I'm not, again, it's just real money being thrown at it. It is what it is. Take that with whatever you will. All right. Fewer women own crypto than men. I always like to bring this up as well every time we see this referenced in either a chart or a news article. It's very rare we see news articles around this particular topic, but it is very important to push this agenda to everyone, regardless of race, sexism. Again, orange coin. Orange coin does not see color. The orange coin does not see gender, right? The orange coin is for everyone. Orange coin is life. His love is life. It doesn't matter. But we do need to push and talk about this because it's still a very small percentage. Last time we looked at it, I think it was only 30% of the total holders of Bitcoin. And that was Bitcoin, not crypto in general. Let's dive a little bit into this because it's an interesting topic. Crypto, is it a man's game? Not quite. According to the new report, in fact, women are just as likely to hodl, right? Hodl be thy name. Hodl on for dear life, as men are. That's what the New York-based crypto exchange Gemini said in a new survey on 6,000 people. That their report, 2024 Global State of Crypto. I'm curious to see how many people out of 6,000 even own crypto. Found that while a gender gap still exist for crypto. The male investors, on a whole, outnumbering the female ones. The numbering of people who bought the digital assets and sat on them is the same between the two sexes. That is pretty damn cool that people are not selling regardless of gender. But yeah, out of the 5 countries they surveyed, Turkey had the highest representation of cryptocurrency investors, 58%, followed by Singapore, 26%, and then US at 21% out of 6,000 people. France and UK were tied at an 18%. That's surprising. That America is low in survey. I mean, again, this is out of 6,000 random people, supposedly, right, making up this survey. But yeah, that's interesting that, of course, the only thing they're really referencing is, of course, men and women holding on to their assets as long as they can, the same amount. All right, interesting. China's digital yuan nears $1 trillion in transactions, PBOC officially reveals. Yeah, so apparently they're getting some actual use out of their digital currency, right? Their CBDC. They're saying, I don't think it's actually CBDC yet, but they're, what do you call it? They're stablecoin, right? They're stablecoin. The PBOC, the People's Bank of China, trials for the Chinese Central Bank digital currency CBDC has been conducted in 17 different areas, accumulating a total transaction value of 7 trillion yuan. Well, it sounds like they're already using it. Close to $1 trillion. In addition to, China is working with several nations on cross-border digital currency project with aiming to enhance its global payment system. Yeah, they're already hitting milestones apparently with their CBDC. Guys, this is scary. This is scary. You don't want to be on the side of that central bank digital currency, right? These are ones that they can control these assets. They can choose whether or not you can use it in your favorite stores, or when you can use it at a certain time frame. Maybe it's too late. Maybe you can't buy alcohol on a certain day or a certain month or a certain year. Like maybe you spent too much on a certain type of thing. They can program this to do whatever they want. I'm curious to see what they're doing specifically. If they're just using it to track the money and where it's going, to influence the smart money or the big investors into more products in a certain area, that sort of thing. But yeah, there's no limit to what they can do with the CBDC. All right, just letting you know that's still going on, and $1 trillion is nothing to shake at in their country. That's crazy. They've already started trialing this. Nuts. We got to keep that out of here. Just in, Coinbase made a mysterious post. Is it really coming? What are they referring to here is the question. Coinbase has reignited speculations regarding the launch of its wrapped Bitcoin product, CBBTC. That's scary close to what we were just talking about. But no, it is nothing related at all. It's just wrapped Bitcoin. After the official base Twitter account posted that what it's believed to be an official logo for the new product. Really? It doesn't. I mean, it looks like a loading circle. Like, I don't know, man. They're just connecting dots. I don't think exist yet. But yeah, that's of course a potential wrapped Bitcoin product on Coinbase, speculated to be emerging soon. All right. Fidelity says stablecoins will drive divergence between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Here's why. Again, stablecoins being used across the world, across the globe, to usher in an on-ramp. Tons of new users. It's likely to happen sooner than you think. We already have, of course, the top USDC and USDT here in the United States. Of course, winning the race. Bitcoin and Ethereum are likely to continue diverging technology as we look forward to the future. Divergence will result in many differentiated use cases. The increase of the potential to add further diversification to a portfolio. One specific example of this is the phenomenon is the rise of stablecoins. Yes, and there's so many now. There's so many. The recent rise of stablecoins of Ethereum has already made a case for Ethereum offering its greater utility in this sector. Fidelity says that the key differences between the two chains is that Ethereum is used as a medium for the transfer of the assets to the primary held on the long-term basis. Like I said, like an on-ramp, off-ramp, this is how we're going to end up using this. And again, when you get companies like only transacting in the future to AI and robots with stablecoins, people are not even going to know they're using them. For the transfer of these assets, while Bitcoin is primarily held on a long-term basis compared to the smart contract platforms, Fidelity says Ethereum already has a massive advantage. Yes. It's the largest smart contract L1 on the planet. Solana still hasn't, gotten close to overtaking it. It's still debate whether they or not they will even come close. But yeah, in fact, the Bitcoin thesis hinges primarily on investors believing the ability to hedge against the currency inflation. That's why we hold it, guys. This suggests that Bitcoin and Ethereum can complement each other in a portfolio by providing distinctive types of utility and serving different markets. The dominant network effects of Ethereum are a significant reason, other than smart contract platforms could have continuously harder time catching up. Of course, they're talking about use case of Ethereum and smart contracts versus just a hedge, long-term, hedge and against inflation and overall time in on your wealth, right? Just maintaining your wealth with Bitcoin. Okay, moving on. Standard Chartered launches Bitcoin and Ethereum custody. A lot of banks, man. A lot of institutions in the news today. That's about what we're getting out of this new Fed CPI reading. It's crazy. In the custody in the UAE. So the Standard Chartered has launched a digital custody service in the United Arab Emirates, UAE, licensed by the Dubai Financial Services Authority. The service aims to provide a secure storage for digital assets, initially focusing on Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm not going to dive too much into that. Again, it's more smart money doing smart things with their money, right? Anyway, moving on. Bitcoin called perfect asset class by Marathon CEO. I mean, it is perfect money. I mean, it's the first money we ever made with a scarce amount and finite into its name, Bitcoin, 21 million only, 21 million. Bitcoin has evolved into a perfect asset class for governments, banks, and corporations across the world. It's the same source of value as the US dollar. And Banks' artwork, Marathon Fred Thiel says. Of course, Peter Thiel. We've talked about him many, many times. Bitcoin is valuable because people think it has value. I actually saw the video of this today. I couldn't find the video. I looked everywhere for it, but it was pretty intimidating to see a board of, CEOs sitting at a desk, a large, long table, and they're all just like, Bitcoin to the moon. Bitcoin, it's the only money. It's the only perfect money. Money. And I'm like, oh my God, this is where we're at, man. I cannot believe it. Like, it's not just crypto bro thing, as Michael Saylor says. We're going to get into that video a little later. I got a 3-minute video to show you guys on Michael Saylor. It's pretty bullish. Oh my God. Again, one of his smart money investor conferences. All right. Marathon CEO says Bitcoin as an asset class is the perfect asset, and as soon as the banks in the U.S. are able to custody and collateralize Bitcoin, which they prevented the U.S. banks from doing that this year. That was, of course, with the FIT21 bill that they, had Biden veto. Bitcoin and the price of Bitcoin will explode. It's only a matter of time, guys. It's only a matter of time. But Biden's out. He can't veto that anymore. He's not out. He's still in. But he's really just he's in the background somewhere. He's behind the curtain. I don't know. Or the man behind the curtain with him and the puppet. I don't know what's going on with Biden. You tell me. All right, let's just speed run the rest of this, and we're going to get into some Michael Saylor fun stuff. Payment processors, PayPal and Venmo now support ENS domains. Again, this is like DNS, domain name service, but for the blockchain Ethereum naming service. The ENS, right, has announced that payment giants PayPal and Venmo have been getting integrated support for the ENS. That means that you can get a domain with your name, literally, or company name, and just have people Google that name and then pay you directly through ENS. It's amazing. And you're not even gonna know you're using it, just like you do on every day on a browser, internet browser like DNS. You type in the name, it pulls up the website, and boom, you're there. Domain naming service is great. That's how we have Google.com, right? This is the old technology now built on new technology. So it's amazing. This is really great. We covered it a little bit yesterday, but now, of course, we have support with PayPal and Venmo. Venmo, again, is a PayPal platform. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but that's what a lot of the white women, what do you call it? The white women. a lot of white girls love Venmo, and I work with a lot of women, so I get this all the time. But it's a PayPal product. It's just disguised with a Venmo wrapper. But yeah, that's what's going on. There we go. Moving on, UK introduces bill to clarify crypto's legal status. Legal status in the UK is now going to be a thing. Personal property category of thing that will be applied to certain digital assets. Of course, now we're getting proper regulation and legislation in the UK. Looks like the bill will clarify these assets are considered personal property under the British law. Once enacted, it will give the legal profession guidelines to follow when they have been dispute on ownership, such as during the divorce. I'm ensuring as an asset, takeover for a company, individuals, and therefore such and such, and yada yada. So again, more movements happening faster and faster in our space. I cannot believe we're going to have proper regulation on all these other countries before we actually have any clarity in our own. Okay, moving on. I think we're there. We got through all the big news today, all the big banks and institutions, and we're going to get into Michael Saylor next, and I'm going to talk about the new country getting in. Let's get into that first. The new country now getting in is I cannot even pronounce it. Suriname, I think. I'm pretty sure it says Suriname is now. I'm just going to play a little snippet. This is of course brought to you by Bitcoin News. So take a look at it if you got some more time. It's an awesome hopium rally
strategy on
video.
how to create liquidity for the country so that we don't have to be dependent on IMF and an IMF program. And one of my more extreme strategies being adopting Bitcoin as our legal tender as unit of account.
Are you watching what Javier Milei is doing in Argentina? Because
since Bitcoin was developed after the 2008 financial crisis and the whole centralization of capital markets, in the broader sense, and how that tainted global markets, we have a unique opportunity in Suriname to actually develop our capital market from scratch on the Bitcoin standard, right? With Bitcoin being, the core of our economy, basically.
Damn! And the big takeaway I had from the very beginning of this too is apparently they have more oil reserves than Qatar. It's a very small nation, but they have more, and Qatar is huge. That's if you guys watch that, it's a good watch. It's a half hour long. The big takeaway here at the very beginning of the intro is, of course, Samson Mao. Guys, we've talked about him all year. He's been converting nations.
Strategies being adopted.
I don't know if you guys saw it. Of course, they showed a little snippet of Samson Mao here at one point. I don't know where it went, but yeah. Of course, he's converting all of the nations in the world one by one to a Bitcoin standard. There he is. Boom. Samson Mao, who I still believe is an otaku himself, because in his room he's got some Transformers. Pretty sure he's got some Robotech stuff. Of course, that's Macrosu. Anyway, got some. Yeah, where's my anime reference for the day? And of course we got Michael Saylor in that newer conference. Take a look at this. It's about 2 or 3 minutes long. It's a good one. Very bullish. I'm excited for the future of Bitcoin. After watching this again, I every day I'm excited. Every damn day. I'm gonna get my eyes working.
We don't want 19th century speed or 20th century speed. Bars of gold settle in T+1 year. Takes a year to settle. No one's got a year. So we went to stocks and bonds. They took a week to settle in 1970 and 80. Eventually they got down to a day. Bitcoin settles in an hour. I can move $10 billion in an hour. That's just the beginning, because we're going from someone, somewhere, sometime can settle in a day to a week to anyone, anywhere, anytime can settle any amount of money in an hour. But Bitcoin's an open digital protocol, and what that means is it's going to improve exponentially. Now think about T+1 minute, because that's what you can do when you start to embrace the open protocol. And on the Lightning Network, T+1 second. But really, we're headed toward a world where we're going to settle T+1 millisecond.
Now, this is where I want to see an explanation, because I feel like that's a bit away, and I want to know the technology they're going to incorporate to do that on the Bitcoin L1. Probably not the L1. It's probably going to be an L2. But, it's a layer 3 actually. They're at the top. Layer 3 application will settle unlimited transactions between billions of computers in a matter of milliseconds, according to Michael Saylor. Man, this will definitely solve scalability. The only problem we really have with Bitcoin, in my opinion,
So you can see here, gold was never going to work in the 20th century. And you can see why T plus 1 day for a few people is never going to work for the digital future. And that takes us to the digital gold rush. Today, there's 19.7 million Bitcoin. In 2034, there'll be 20.8 million Bitcoin. You've got 10 years. That's the gold rush.
It's a huge takeaway, guys. There's only less than 2 million left to mine. Less than 2 million, right? What do we see right at the beginning of the stream? There are less than 3 million to purchase. Less than 2.5 million. It's 2.4, 2.34 to be precise.
We're headed toward a point when 99% of all the Bitcoin is mined. That's the point of absolute scarcity. The last 200,000 Bitcoin come out over 106 years. What does that mean? There's going to be reflexive price shock at 0.99. At 0.99, and you've only got 3,759 days, that's all you have. There's only 1,145,000 Bitcoin for sale. At today's price, it's $74 billion. MicroStrategy will buy $5 billion of Bitcoin in 1 year. This is not a lot. This is a trivial amount.
We're running out of
time. The price
time.
cannot stay at this level. After 0.99, Bitcoin creation is offset by lost Bitcoin. The supply is effectively fixed. It's the inflection point where Bitcoin becomes the world's first deflationary asset. There's never been anything like it, right? It's more scarce than land in Manhattan. It's more scarce than anything you can name, anything you've ever invented. The fact is, no one's ever seen this before. Therefore, you can't compare it to anything. It becomes the world's first perfect money. Institutional adoption of Bitcoin, they're all coming, right? This is the institutional distribution of Bitcoin today. 12 ETFs in the US, 28 global ETFs. They're holding 1 million Bitcoin. There's 27 publicly traded Bitcoin miners. There's 28 public companies with Bitcoin. There's all sorts of derivatives. This is no longer a crypto bro thing.
No longer a crypto bro thing.
Bitcoin's going to be driven by approval of bank custody. That's going to be profound when you can buy, sell, and hold Bitcoin at a JP Morgan or a Bank of America. And that'll come sometime over the next 4 years. Approval of in-kind creation, a digital assets framework. Artificial intelligence is going to drive profound increase in equity values and capital, which is going to flow into Bitcoin. It's happening. No one can stop it. The issuance of sovereign debt is going to drive Bitcoin, right? We don't have to worry about the government's not borrowing money. Integration with big tech is going to drive Bitcoin. Hey,
I think you guys get it. It's insane right now, right? It's gonna be insane in the future as well. More beyond our wildest dreams. And of course,
the point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
Forever, Laura!
Forever.
Right.
Michael Seller, of course. Our, well, my Bitcoin Jesus. I'm sure yours as well. All right, guys, that brings us into the normies for the evening. What's going on with the normies? Apparently, I'm burdened by what has been. Kamala, of course, is going to prevent price gouging by setting a price limits for products. That's been in her policy for a while. It didn't get brought up at the debate last night, but it is a very scary, real thing. And that something like this could be a reality here in the near future. If she does get in, possibly. But yeah, that's just like Venezuela when their currency got debased, they went to zero, and now it could happen. Guys, don't say it can't happen here. All fiat currencies have gone to zero at one point or the other. Cats in Ohio right now are definitely running away from anyone trying to eat them as the back of the debate, right? Apparently they fact-checked incorrectly because no one watches Twitter or looks at Twitter apparently. But yeah, what Trump did say last night was true. Cats, always cats too. Always cats. Yeah, I'll show you guys real quick. I mean, I really do hate that we just don't fact-check everything correctly, especially in the middle of a debate where you have two competing. They're eating cats and dogs.
They're eating the cats. They're eating.
You guys remember this last night?
Pets of the people that live there.
Oh
and this is what's happening in our country.
ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us
and they
there have been no credible reports
like
of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals.
What did you do?
There it is.
Why'd you kill the cat? Smile for me.
A few days ago.
Smile with your teeth. Go like this. Did you eat that cat? Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with him.
Did you see her eating it?
Eating it.
She was eating it?
Yeah.
He was eating it. Yep. It's unfortunate. I do not think that was the greatest thing for Trump to say, especially live during a debate in front of the world, and especially assuming that all or a large portion of immigrants do that. This again was a example. It's not the rule, right? It's an example, not the rule. All right, moving on. The rest of the normies in the space right now. Anything else going on? People have been been in crypto for 7 years. Apparently, they're soccer pros. They're pros, man. They're just chilling. Altcoins, of course, climbing. Bitcoin tumbling, but still holding down. And altcoins go all the way to the mountain. All to zero. The Bitcoin still remains. That's an old one, but a goodie. Average crypto guys in 2050. Oh my God! Of course, orange is the color of the future. It's gonna be great. And there will be signs. There will be signs like that. Your wife buys Bitcoin behind your back. Actually, she did. No one is perfect. That's what Peter Schiff said? No way. I had to find that post. There's no way he said that. No one is perfect. Wow. Yeah, of course, he's the gold bug, Peter Schiff. Me double checking my crypto addresses before making a transaction. Yes. Yes, that is true. If you guys have been in the space long enough, you're definitely checking your addresses. Maybe not that thoroughly, though. Maybe the first 10 digits, the first 6 digits, the last. But this is absolutely absurd. I really hope this is not. I hope this is AI. This is ridiculous. Okay. Michael Saylor on Bitcoin's future. He was in the news, of course, a few days ago. Don't really need to cover that again. We covered that a few days ago. All right, let's see what the normies are searching tonight. Who won the debate? I think it's very fair to ask. Not going to FUD anyone on that. Frankie Beverly, I'm assuming an artist or a sports person. Someone sings something. I don't know. I'm not sure who that is. Where to watch VMAS 2024. I don't know what that is. VMAS. Nova H1 audio earrings. What? What is with the Kamala Harris's earrings? Really? Come on, people. That scares me, guys. If that is trending, that tells me there's a huge presence of people possibly going to vote just based on her earrings that she wore on the debate. Taylor Swift endorsement, of course, for Kamala Harris. That's not surprising. Shannon Sharp. I don't know who the heck that is. Assuming something to do politically. Victor Orban, something politically. IDK, debate results, who won the poll. Yes. Marxist, people are Googling what a Marxist is, of course, for Kamala. And her father, I'm not going to get into that. I don't want to get banned. 9/11, never forget. Of course, that was today, 9/11. You guys remember where you were. People Googling the Ohio video I just showed you, right? That's real. That's real. And it was one case out of 3 that happened in the last 5 to 7 days. One of them occurred in Italy. I think we showed that last on stream too. Amber, don't know why. Amber alert, just random Amber on there. Mega Million winners. My family was talking about that today. 9/11 attack, of course, just referencing the date. Energy outage map, dude. That's crazy. As Hurricane Francine now is live. Watch out, guys. Stay safe. Right, in the south. Stay safe. Aces versus Fever. Central Park 5. Body found in Food Lion freezer. What? Crazy. Normie stuff, man. You just, oh my God, man. That's like Florida man news. Aiden Clark, Gordon Ramsay, that's a chef. I don't know what's going on with him. Las Vegas, sports, more. And the rest of this is probably sports. Fracking. What is fracking? People don't know what fracking is. Kamala Harris's age. It's very important stuff to Google, guys. Alberto Fujimori, IDK. All right, so that's what's going on with the top 20 Google searches. And, of course, Bitcoin trending. No, of course it's not. Especially not in the last 7 days. We are flatlining. All right, that's where we are. And, of course, going back to the Bitcoin chart, kind of reviewing again where we were, where we are. Where are we going to go? It looks like we're kind of peaking back up. If we can get above that right there where we were yesterday, if we can touch that 58, it looks like we're wicking down actually from 57.9. So we got to get above that to break through. It may take a few retests over the evening hours. Let's draw a pendant and see where we're going. We're going to take this away because we were invalidated from anywhere near the Trump loss or the Trump win mark, right, from yesterday. So that's out of there. And then, yeah, we're just going to revisit where we are here. But look how close we were up to the lead up. I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but okay. Yeah, I did okay. It's maybe a little too high of a peak there. I don't give myself enough flack for that. All right, let's clean this chart up. See where we are tonight. See where the key levels are. Still need a breakthrough. This is hopefully going to be support in the next hour or two as we come back down and retest. That's, of course, 57.5. We've already kind of retested that today and broke out pretty quickly. So let's hope that remains a point of support for the evening. Again, this is just fun, guys. I invest, man. I don't I don't trade this stuff. I'm a long-term investor. Just a reminder. All right, moving into it. So we're on the 15-minute. We're going to check heat map real quick, as we usually do. See what the general sentiment is in the next 15 minutes for Bitcoin, as we are ready for the rest of the world to wake up. Here's the heat map. Looks like it's looking pretty damn bullish. Moving out, knocking out the rest of these bears, and the shorters are getting they're losing their shorts, right? They're losing their shorts. They're falling right down underneath their knees. Okay, so yeah, we just got to break it back above 579, as we can see on our chart. Heat map shows us, of course, the orders and how many are in place. Again, don't pay for what you can get for free. Join Kimba, the White Snow Line, an anime reference for those who know. I am not endorsed. I just really love Kimba. Jesus. We're going to like him tonight, too. Anyway, so that's what I see, of course. You can pay for heat map if you want. It's free, guys. People offer it all over the internet. It's fun. Just have fun. Be safe. All right, we're going to draw a quick little pendant and see how bullish we are tonight. It looks like pretty good. The last time we were at these levels, it was back here. Again, we're making a lower high. a higher low. We're making a higher low and continuing that up. The last time we were even close to these levels was, back in, was it 3 days ago? 2 days ago. 2 days ago before the debate. So yeah, it's looking pretty bullish tonight, guys. Looks like all we got to do is break out of 57.9 up to 58, and then we're smooth sailing from there. The next, of course, psychological level will be 58.9. If we break through 58, that we'll know that pretty shortly, if we will. Of course, the 15-minute candles. Looks pretty strong right now. We're not even wicking yet. I don't want to sit here and wait forever and ever. Or we started the wick right now. So we might be being held back a little bit there. It's wicking higher. If we can get through that 15-minute and get higher, just a little higher. But the big deal. Big whoop. We'll come back down here, retest this, of course, trend line, and then move back up to try again here in about a half hour. If it doesn't break through right now, it could break through right now. It's the waiting game. This is. I just want to sit in my bags, man, and be happy. But yeah, that's what's going on tonight. It's looking pretty bullish. I'm pretty excited. We could wake up tomorrow morning and see $60,000 Bitcoin. It's just where we're at. What's holding us back? The rest of the world's waking up right now and seeing what we basically saw today. Fed rate cut imminent. Inflation is being held at a certain level, whatever we're at. Was it 2.5% or whatever the nonsense numbers they're making up. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. It looks like we're wicking down right now. So that will be some resistance this evening. That's of course where we were earlier when the news came out for the decision on the inflation, right? The official numbers came out. But yeah, that was the end of the trading session for today in the U.S. Came back down. Now we're retesting in the open hours for the rest of the world markets. I would say, yeah, it's probably going to look something like this. Like I said earlier, we're going to come down, retest this, bring back up, retest again. Will we break out? Who knows? Usually it plays literally all the way out to the end of the pendant, and then we'll see a break up or down there. So I would wait until that, at least that point. It's going to take us about midnight. It's crazy how they always work out the same key time frames. Again, mass volatility, always between the hours of 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. on the other side of the world, right? 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. if you're on the other side of the world. This is Eastern Standard Times, guys. Pretty simple stuff. And then 3 a.m. or p.m. Again, Eastern Standard Time for the other side of the world. And then, of course, the last one, going back into the morning hours, of course, back into 9 a.m., 9 p.m. That's the full cycle every single day. It's you can plan it out. Again, like I showed you guys back here, I hit almost every single peak. It's insane. Just knowing that, of course, just watching these charts every day, seeing what's happening, and the high peak frequency times. So that, of course, would be right now 9 p.m. Just about where's our midnight right here, which is where I'm expecting a breakup or down, which is more than likely going to be a breakout based on market sentiment breaking upward. And then 3 a.m. right about here will be our final spike of volatility in the evening hours or early morning hours here in the United States. So yeah, I think it's, just by looking at that, I'm going to say it's probably going to break out there, maybe get up to 58, maybe not that high right away, maybe 50, 58.5 maybe at the top, at the most. I mean, it's not going to be straight up either. It's going to be kind of like this. 58.5, then come back down and retest. Something like that, 58.1, see if that can hold. Maybe even go back down and retest that, then come back up. It's going to be probably something like that until the morning. Until we get about 3 a.m. Get some maybe a huge test right back up, no leg back up to test that 58.7 maybe, and then a slow consolidation in the early hours to about market open in the United States. And you know what I love to say every time we get up to the United States Open? What happens? We fall. And we're probably going to retest something like that there, or maybe there. Who knows? Well, something like that is what I'm guessing. That's how I figure it's going to play out tonight, because it's pretty bullish. We got 10 days to accumulate. That's it. 10 days, guys. And then people are going to refinance. People are going to take money out. They're gonna make smart investment decisions into 2025. Bitcoin's going to rally by the end of the year. We're going to see $100,000 Bitcoin possibly by the end of the year. And it goes on and on and on until you guys have heard all the rhetoric before. All right. So that's what I think is happening, guys. It's going to be a fun month. Even though it's SEP-TEM-BEAR, we could still have a positive sentiment. Time could be different. It has already proven different this year. We shall wait and see. See if this plays out. But this is what I would guess, right? This is my fun guess. And I'm usually pretty good at my fun guess. Mushrooms are good, man. I love mushrooms. Anyway, have a great night, guys. This is, of course, the Crypto Otaku signing out. Don't FUD this market, man. Be buying the smart. It's a fire sale. Again, we're still sitting at the fire sale. Don't fade it. Buy some Bitcoin. Don't be stupid.
What are you,
buy some
stupid?
Bitcoin. Have a great night. Peace.
The agency informed the NASDAQ and the CBOE that BlackRock and Fidelity's proposals are insufficient.
We can make the dollar the most attractive currency by continuing to have the rule of law.
You always print money to do that.
I suppose it would diminish our status as the reserve currency.
Just shut up. There's no expectation of privacy above me in the sky.
So Bitcoin is the solution because you can buy Bitcoin right.
Smells like an opportunity, guys. Later.
Bet.